You're getting your cousin an iPad?
Oh, my cousin an iPad, dude. Okay, so my little cousin today is his 13th birthday. It would have passed by now because we're posting this later. But he likes to draw, and I support anybody who likes to draw. I want to help. And he's my little cousin. He's super cool. He's really smart. And um he likes digital. He lives in New Mexico, but they came here and he tested out my iPad and he was like, "This is awesome." And he was messing around. He didn't know how to use it really, but I tried to show him. And there was just like this little glimmer like in his eye. And he was like, "This is amazing." He asked for it and he didn't get it. And they're like, "This is so expensive. Why would we get this? Like, we don't even know if you like this." But in my heart, I'm like, this is the time that he would need this and to mess with it. And like, if I was 13, I wish I had an iPad to go crazy and do whatever I wanted. So I hope, I don't know. Anyway, an iPad is cool. If he doesn't like drawing anymore, he still has a cool iPad that he can do whatever he wants on
Totally.
it and play games or watch videos.
Yeah.
But I really
You could
think
like
he'd
change
like
his
it.
life,
Yeah.
like this could be the way that he gets into art. Seriously.
Um, I got him when I started with digital art. I got this off-brand, the cheapest Wacom tablet, where it's just a
Yep.
black plastic thing, and you draw on it. And to see your drawing, you have to look up and look at your screen.
And
So
it's
it's
laggy, like there's a little bit
yes.
delay and it sucks.
And wherever your pencil is, the line isn't where your pen is. It's like far away. So you have to estimate all the time when you're drawing. And it's hard. Especially with like a cheaper, really cheaper off-brand one, it's even harder. But that's how I started with digital art. And I'll admit, it kind of discouraged me because it was so hard that I was like, I don't think I like digital art. This is so hard. Um, and I kind of just stopped for a little bit. I stopped for for like 2 months. I was like, I'm not doing this. This is way too hard.
Yeah.
Eventually, I was like, I don't have money for markers though. I don't have money for paint. This is my only option. So I got really good at it. I do think starting with that though, because it was so hard and I pushed myself to learn it, it made me better when I got the nicer products because I knew how to use the terrible hard one.
Right. If even like you were just more appreciative of like how advanced iPads have come, like
Hmm.
that first time trying the Apple Pencil, it's like VR. It's insane.
Dude, for real, where did you first try the Apple Pencil?
I think I Oh no, my girlfriend has an iPad Air,
Mm.
and like I was over at her house a while ago, and like I was drawing on her notes app or something, and I was just amazed at how accurate it was.
Every time I would go to like Best Buy or the Apple store
Yeah.
or even Walmart, because they have iPads on display as well, um, I would always ask my family, uh, can we go to the technology section? And they'd be like, sure. And we would go and walk to the iPad and I would open Procreate and draw on it. And obviously, I didn't want to waste their time or people who want to look at the iPad to buy it. I didn't want to waste their time, but I would draw a little bit. And each time I used it for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I fell in love. But the iPad's so expensive. I was like, how am I going to get this? So I would just go there and fantasize about getting it one day. Um, so it was the coolest feeling to save up my money from a clothing drop I did and to walk into okay, it would have been cheaper to order the iPad online, but I wanted to go to the store and get it because I've never bought something so
Yeah.
expensive. Um, and I was like, I don't know, this is my first time getting something nice. I want to feel that feeling. I love Apple products. I want to feel that feeling um of going into the Apple store and being like, I want that. And you just get it and you buy it. And then you walk out of the store and you have the little bag. Um, because I would always see people and they bought like a laptop. And I'm like, whoa, they just bought a laptop and they're walking out of the store. So
Right.
for one day, I got to be one of those people.
That's funny. I actually had
That
the same exact thing where it was
really?
like I could order it online, but it was gonna take a while. But like I would have saved money, like there's some sort of discount, like student discount, or could go to Costco that day and get
Mhm.
it. I was like, all right, like kind of want this now.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did that.
And you just feel there's something about going there and like getting it. You're like, yes,
Totally.
it's mine.
Yeah. And like a part of me was like, I don't know, like I was so excited to get into art, like digital art, like NFT based art, just that whole world. It was like yeah, it's a lot of money. But it's like I'm ready. Like this is gonna be like this seems like really fun, like a whole new avenue. So it's like, all right, let's spend $1,000 on this like tablet.
Yeah, it's the
What
best
you're
thing I
doing to your
have.
cousin though, that's huge. Like, um, our last interview, should we should we spoil it? Are we allowed to?
Oh, spoil it. Go ahead, JW.
We had pet. Oh God, I can't say it now.
Graciosi.
Graziosi. He does Life Noggin on YouTube, and we
Mhm.
were talking about how he got into art, and he had a neighbor that like was into interior design, and like when he was like 10 years old, she would just like show him all these different artists and like help him out, right? So we were
Mhm.
talking about that last time. So you're gonna be that person to your cousin,
That's
like if they
weird to think
become,
about.
yeah, if
That's
they're
so
gonna be,
strange.
yeah, like I feel like a lot of people in art have that person. Like for me, it was my uncle. He would like bring me art supplies, like show me it's possible, right? You had your grandma, right?
Mhm.
Your cousin, he keeps with it. He blows up. He's the next George Condo. He's gonna be
Dude,
like in
yeah.
an interview, being like, "Oh yeah, like I got an iPad when I was 13."
Dude, imagine. It was so crazy. Today we're on the phone. It's his birthday. And he was talking about how he wanted to be in art class, but the class was full. And then whatever we're talking about art, I said, "How do you feel when you make art?" We talked about feelings. And then I said, "Do you know what color theory is?" And he said, "No, what's that?" And then we just talked about color theory. I said, "Okay, so there's the color wheel." And he said, "Yeah, I know the color wheel." And then we just talked about color theory. And he said, "Wow, I want to do more research on that." And I don't know, I just love talking about art. And when I was little, I don't know, it's like, "No, you need to be a lawyer. You need to be a doctor." And I've obviously paved this way for myself to be like, "No, I don't. I can be an artist. I can be myself. I can do whatever I want to do." And if I can, I want to help show. Also, he's just family, so like I want to be nice.
Respect, yeah, totally. Yeah, having examples when you're young is the best because like if you want to be an artist, everyone says, "Oh, you're gonna be dead when you're famous. Like you won't make money until you're like dead or whatever, right?" And I feel like we've talked about this before, but that's such a bad way to think. Like,
Mhm.
in like, I get why parents say that. Like, obviously, it's kind of scary if your kid's like, "Oh, I want to be an artist," and like, if your kid says that and you don't know anything about art, and like most people don't have time or don't even put time in to look at art or know anything about art. So of course they don't know like you can make it as an artist nowadays. Like it's tough work, but it's possible, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, having like a real good example of that, like that's one of the most like when I was starting out, that was one of the biggest things for me was seeing that it's possible. Cause like you get told it's not for so long, right?
Do you think you're that person to anybody?
I like to think. Um can't think of a great example, but I feel like I try my best to help people out. Like if they have a question or something, like I don't maybe not to buying them an iPad extent, but like, helping them out, showing them what I did wrong and how they can do better. I love it.